My name is Paul, and I'm a corporate lawyer, and I've worked in industry for a number of years. I lost Cherie, my girlfriend of 2 years. She was absolutely amazing, beautiful, stunning eyes, piercing blue eyes, a very energetic, lively, spontaneous, spirited person. There was nothing she wouldn't do. Cherie was this, this bundle of life and joy and energy and everything. She had some times when she didn't feel, I knew she was struggling with things. I mean, she'd had a difficult childhood, and she had some tough experiences growing up. And I think because she was so positive in so many other ways, it seemed like she'd grabbed hold of all of those things and dealt with them. It's such an immense shock to your emotional well-being that it immediately drops you in the middle of this huge fog where nothing makes sense, nothing is clear, nothing is understandable, there's no logic in it, and you feel absolutely lost, living in this very silent, very lonely world. From being a busy, person that's contributing to life in all its aspects, all of a sudden it just stops. So it's very, very unusual, but also emotionally extremely painful. Terrible guilt, absolutely terrible guilt. And I had a lot of counselling to deal with that because I know I'm a physically strong, healthy person, and I felt as though I could have always been there for Cherie, carried her every day, all day, and done that emotionally as well. But it's just not possible. As much as you can't do it physically, you can't do it emotionally. But yeah, the guilt was, it's lesser now because now I can see the perspective. It's taken a long time to come to terms with it, but the guilt was awful, terrible. On that particular day, I got up early and I went out on my bike. I know if I'd chosen to spend the day there, possibly this might not have happened, but they're all the would have, could have, should have, if onlys, and those questions don't stop. They come at you all day, every day. And you go, what can I do? And what could I have done? And so the anxiety and the grinding in your mind of all of that again and again doesn't stop. It goes on and on and on. She's always around, and I know that. I just, on a beautiful day, I'll look up. And I'll blow her a kiss, because I know she's there, and I'm just frustrated that she's not here. One of the questions I was asked was, if I saw her again, what would I do? Would I want to, yell at her, or would I put my arms around her and hug her and kiss her? And I'd probably end up doing both. I mean, I feel, rejected, and I feel let down and abandoned. And it's difficult to understand when we seem to have such a strong, loving, open relationship, why she didn't talk and say, Paul, I'm having, this thought, I'm frightened, I'm scared, can you help me? And obviously, it goes without saying, because what she did was she took a problem in her life that became so overwhelming. She developed a permanent solution to what could have been and what probably was a temporary problem. Some people, unfortunately, don't want to even mention her name. And when I mention, Cherie did this or Cherie said this, they often change the subject or talk about something else or, say inappropriate things to you that you must move on. And there's nowhere to move to. And it's necessary to even talk about her for me in terms of my healing and my, recovery from all of this. So, yeah, there are certainly, most people don't like to talk about it. At times, it's like I need Cherie time. So what I do is I just take some time out of my life and I go to a place where I'm with her. There's some particularly nice places around in Bayview. We spend a lot of time there on the water. And my other family live on a farm, so I head out to the farm a lot, ride my bike out there. So yeah, we did a lot. So I have many, many memories, and they're happy ones. The farm is an amazing, sanctuary for me because Angus has also experienced a tragedy in his life with his brother, at a very young age of 18. So we speak the same language, and he knows and reads me like a book, and likewise, and we're very close and we have a lot of fun together. It's just part of my life. I've always done that, but now probably more so, because I know none of us are going to be around forever, and I want to use and appreciate all the time I have with him and his entire family.
My relationship with Paul has been for approximately 14 years or so. And at the time I met him at where we worked, and we got chatting and everything like that, and we had a lot in common. And we sort of helped each other from there on.
I've had my own counsellor. I'm also a regular member of Lifeline's support group, and that's amazing. I mean, I've learned so much about me and about myself rather, and the journey. They are honestly the most gentle people I've ever been, and I don't think I could be doing this today without having spent so many times with them, because they just help you understand the perspective, and I can almost see the journey I'm on and the journey the new people are on that have just arrived, because I was there. I was there with that raw, emotional, extremely painful guilt, grief, sadness. I've learned so much more about who I am. It's been something that's turned me into a different person. I don't think I'm a worse person. I think I'm probably a lot more patient. I'm a lot more understanding. I'm a lot more tolerant. But I'm also impatient with whinging people that complain about silly, stupid things, when life is, there are bigger things and bigger issues to worry about.
As time has gone on, so his thoughts have, become deeper. And as I say, when he brings Cherie up, I always just sort of remind him to say, just think of the lovely times you had together, because, that's what you'll remember. I mean, that's what you need to remember so that you can go on.
Having said everything I've told you, I'm obviously very saddened by Cherie's loss, and my loss, and my children's loss, her children's loss. But I'm an optimistic person, and I know I have a life. I know there's a partner out there for me. I've got another crack at life in that sense with somebody, and I'm going to look for that person and find them, because I know Cherie wouldn't want me to be, sitting on my own and being sad and unhappy.